What's going on, y'all? I thought I'd jump back on and see if anybody out there, what's going on in these Saturday streets before I get back up and try to find me something to eat. Come on aboard and tell me what's good. What y'all want to talk about? I'm bored. I know I ain't the only one that ain't got nothing going on. Middle-aged single sometimes can be lonely, but guess what? We keep going. I'm going to take a day or two off soon, actually, and take me a trip to Manhattan and just hang out for a day. Can't wait on nobody to bring you happiness or excitement. I learned that the hard way. So I'm going to take me a day or two off soon and just go hang out. I'm going to bring y'all with me, though. I'm going to go to Manhattan because it's only a train ride away and just hang out for a day and see what I can get into. Just live my life one day at a time. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I just thought I'd come on and see what's going on in these Saturday streets because I'm a single black woman living for me. And I know there's a lot of people out there like me, so I thought y'all come on in here and join me. Make sure y'all hit that like button and drop a comment so we can get this conversation started. I really would like to know, though, what are some important subjects and topics that you all would like to talk about? One thing I know for sure is don't never think that people don't know something, because a lot of people might have the solution to your question or your dilemma, and you never know unless you ask. So I like to engage people. I see a couple of y'all out there. Y'all gonna say hi or y'all gonna stay in the background? What's going on out there? This is a middle age edition, you know. This internet just ain't for these young folks, you know. Us middle age chicks is out here living too. So don't get it twisted. What they say, like busting out of plastic, acting brand new. I'm actually trying to figure out what I'm going to have to eat. Can't wait too late, though. One thing, I don't know what age y'all are, but this is true. If you're middle age, you can't eat too late. Baby girl vibes. Good. Thank you for being here. I am doing well. I actually been trying to rearrange my place because I got my little stuff together for my soft life podcast, and living on this East Coast, you know, space is limited. So I'm trying to rearrange so I can get that popping off. But I've been doing well. The key to success is taking one day at a time. Oh Lord, if I eat late, look, I'm gonna regret it. It'll put me down for 2 days or more. Getting older ain't no joke, and that's one of the things. Seriously, I talk about mental health just because it's important, and it's a lot of us out here wilding out. But a part of that mental health thing is along with mental health is eating well. All that goes together. Yeah, Carrie. Shoot, it's a lot of us can't eat late. I eat late, and I'm telling you, a couple of times I done woke up in the middle of the night. This been some time ago because I know better now. But I got sick from eating late. Like some things I just can no longer do, and I'm okay with that. And one thing I've also learned is also you can't wait on doctors to get you well. You got to do your own homework. And what I learned more than anything is can't nobody tell me about my body. I know that better than anybody. And when I had got diagnosed with gastrointestinal disease in my 30s. A lot of indigestion and acid reflux. Didn't know what it was. And baby girl vibes said, Carrie, how are you? And the doctor just wanted to give me a prescription and pills. And I didn't start getting well until I took matters in my own hand and started listening to my body to understand what made me not feel well, what made me feel sick, and things of that nature. And I learned how to start getting well on my own. If I would have sat back just listening to doctors, I wouldn't have been well. And believe it or not, that my doctor at that time was a black woman. Um, can't nobody help you get well better than you. You have to get well for yourself. And it ain't an easy thing to do. Like you got to be very intentional. Baby girl vibes. Carrie said, "Hey, baby girl," and baby girl vibes said, "Oh, speak on that." Yes, I just cussed the doctor out, telling me I have to take the pills. Chapley, yeah, for real. They'll give you a pill and send you on your way. Now I have ran into. I live on the East Coast now. Some doctors that are very proactive in trying to keep you off medicine, but I'm very skeptical of those ones that just want to give you a prescription and put you on your way. No, 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 not me. I know better than that now. But back then when I was in my mid 30s, I didn't know nothing, and I also had never been sick. So and what's crazy is I had started to identify, and this was early, this was like around 2012 time frame, that meat was making me sick. And I did not know any vegans, and I did not know how to go vegan. I had met this lady in a Kroger's. If anybody's familiar with Kroger's, it's a grocery store, popular grocery store in the Midwest. I had met this Caucasian lady in the aisle, and she had told me to get this book called Crazy Sexy Vegan, because I was trying to understand how to become vegan, because I started to realize after that doctor gave me them pills, when I ended up in the hospital from acid reflux, I was trying to figure out how to get well, and I knew meat was making me sick. It actually started with a beef burger. I was bloated for like a week. Like I couldn't eat for a week. I ate a Five Guys burger. They had just came to my home state of Ohio, and I wanted to get one, and I ate that burger, and I was sick for a week. But when I wanted to start taking meat out my diet, I absolutely did not know anybody that was vegan, and I didn't know how to go about doing it because there wasn't that many options. But your mental health and how you eat play a heck of a part in your quality of life. And those are the main things I focus on: my mental and my physical health, and staying away from eating a lot of meat. Baby girl said, "Oh, speak on that." Yes. Oh, you said that one. Yeah, red meat I can't digest. Me neither. And Carrie said they get paid to pass out pills, and they really do. But I think there's some doctors out there that's really pushing to not just pass out pills. And I read something about 2 years ago, I think, that doctors was going to start healing people by fruits and vegetables, which it should have been that anyway. Because a pill it's not going to save us or make us feel better. And you really got to start taking matters in your own hand, because between that and COVID, good luck. I know I was talking to somebody the other day on here about long haulers and post-COVID. It's a lot. We done been through a lot these last couple years, and those of us that's in our middle age, bouncing back, and it doesn't come as quickly and as easily, and it's a work in progress. I've been a I'm a long hauler. And I just keep pushing and fighting and moving forward to, to try to normalize life after depression, anxiety, COVID, and all that mess that they put in our food. I say the one thing that I truly hate is I didn't learn how to garden. Rest my father, so he always kept a garden, and so did my grandmother. Baby girl Vi says, so true. I just had cataract surgery in one eye, and I tell you, this healing is going on months, and then they want to try to rush me to do the other eye. Nope. Hey, God's healing. And speedy recovery. Yeah, but you do that at your own pace and your own time. I had surgery on both of my eyes. It's been about 4 years ago, to prevent glaucoma, and that was due to toxic work environments and relationships and high stress. I think I probably would have had been diagnosed with that later on in life, but just dealing, with all those levels of stress for so long, for too long rather, constantly, anything that would have caught me when I got older just surfaced quickly, and I became very sick in a short period of time, about a 2-year span, because I worked like a dog, taking on stress that other people should have dealt with, and that strong black woman messer had you in a grave somewhere. That's why I don't do that. Nah, everybody got to handle this. I don't subscribe to none of that. My mind nor my body can't take on no more pressures than nobody else. I'm gonna step back and let you handle it. I don't get involved in that mess no more. But yeah, I had surgery on both my eyes, and just other stuff happened. That's why you got to do stuff at your pace, though, and you got to pay attention to your body too, and also not be so quick to just go with what one physician say. I always get a second opinion. Carrie said, I had a doctor that had me on 7 different prescriptions. I switched doctors, and she told me I was on 4 prescriptions that I didn't even need. Ain't that crazy? I'm so glad you went and got a second opinion, because 7 prescriptions is too much for anybody. Baby girl Vibe said, yes, I need to hear those words. It's the truth, though. We are, and this is the thing. This is one of the things why I speak out, and I like when people come on so we can just fellowship and have real life conversations, because what I come to know, and I know for sure, is I ain't alone. People can identify with me. You got all these people out here playing in these streets, pretending and want their lives to be presented a certain way. Not that you got to come on here and tell all your business, but at the end of the day, life ain't like these people trying to make it. And it's more of us that identify with one another than not. And it's therapeutic, it's healing. And truth set anybody free. And baby girl Vibes said, Carrie, wow, glad you got that straight. Yeah, me too, Carrie. But I'm not so quick to to just listen to anything, because people have you all jacked up. And you won't know which way to go. With your doctors and on this internet. People just so jacked up, ain't nothing authentic. And only way you gonna be able to experience that level of authenticity is you gotta speak up and speak out, and that's what I do. Yeah, ain't no shame here. Amen, Carrie, because I know how the Joneses is really living. And they ain't doing too good over there. They want us to think they doing good over there, but them Joneses going through all kind of hell. And that's why, I don't subscribe and buy into all of that. And then you got I had just went on a little bit earlier talking about supporting men's mental health, just for the mere fact that it's so many toxic women out here, and being the mother of a young a male that's in his late 20s, everybody don't support all that, women and kicking a man in the back. Now some of them guys got a mama now, and everybody ain't toxic. You got some of these guys out here, they mothers, just horrible. I've ran across some of these influencers, and they mothers come up front and start speaking out, and I say that it explains why he that way, because look at his mama. She's still like, she 50, but you would think she's still in her 20s at the club, but everybody's mama ain't that way. And some of us have taken time trying to raise decent men to be supportive of young women. And if you think I'm going to let some of these raggedy girls come behind and undo my work, and then he walk away with all kind of problems, because some of these chicks is vicious. And you don't want them to be a part of your life. And the mentality is scary. It's very scary. Everybody want that instant gratification, and don't nobody want to do nothing for it. I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, if a man can take care of a woman financially because he got the money, wonderful. But not he got the money because he working like a dog breaking his back. If we ain't to that stage, then everybody got to work. And that's what I tell my son. Treat a woman right, respect her, but don't let her put her hands on you. And you ain't rich. It take two. Everybody got to work over here. Working like a dog, so what? So she can take your money. And then look at Latrue's chick. She wasn't now she want to act like she it, and he ain't nothing. He was there before he met her. Now that she done got her following, all of a sudden he a dirtbag, small penis, and ain't worth crap. But he told you when he met you he didn't want no kids. You stole his sperm and had one anyway. And now you want to act like a fool and talk about him like a dog, but you had a baby with him. I don't understand all this mess. And unfortunately, her mama gone, his mama gone, and there's no female leadership. There's nobody that can pass down wisdom. And then you got all these hundreds of thousands young girls following her and her mess. And that's a very toxic woman. And if you try to correct their ways, then you jealous. What the hell I'm gonna be jealous for? I'm over here living in peace. I don't have no little kids. I come in and out that door as much as I want to, and ain't got to change no diapers, ain't got to hear no fussing or no crying. I'm happy over here. I'm trying to pass on a gift that's called wisdom, but you can't tell them nothing. And being that I also have a daughter who she'll be 19, I speak out because I don't want my daughter to think that a chick like you is cool, because it ain't. And that's just the truth. But I don't know what to say other than, yeah, it's dangerous. And it's just to see how. But what's crazy is those of us that are older, we know better. We see what we see. Like, I always saw that young girl. I seen right through her. Like, when she was so, this chick that was helping supposedly mothers and all that. I knew it was all about her. She was just trying to get her numbers up. And now that her numbers is up, it is what it is, and we see her truth. A true, authentic person that came out and wasn't just trying to get their numbers up, but you see them in a authentic. Tabitha Brown. If you don't know her, look her up. She a vegan. I could tell, my soul knew that lady was authentic. Those of us that's been in this world long enough, we see what we see and we know what we know. But the problem is when you try to speak up and speak out against people that's out here being foul, people don't want to hear it, and you jealous. I mean, everybody want to holler jealous. And and the thing about it is, as you get older, you start to understand you ain't that special for nobody to be jealous. And I ain't saying you, I'm saying all of us, me, you. People get past that point in their life. People want peace, happiness, and to live right, and to see and do some things before they get out of here. And you just ain't that important. But that's what's going on. A lot of people, you can't tell them nothing, and it's just an unfortunate state of affairs. But I'm gonna just keep doing what I do regardless, because I know it's more women like me that's middle-aged black that believe in peace beyond all that foolishness, that ain't out here tricking, looking for a licking, and want to interact and fellowship with like-minded people that want to see other people's do well, and and celebrate our successes together, and encourage and push each other forward, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And you know but I'm still kind of puzzled about this dilemma between black men and women. Just how, like, you got those passport bros that hate black African Americans specifically. Why? Like, it's like this war between African American men and women, not a race, like black people, specifically African Americans, and we just buying into it, and it's disgusting. And ain't nobody doing nothing about it. And then you got these older chicks. That's what kills me. These older chicks that they step up, and they just sound worse than a kid. No responsibility whatsoever. I don't get it. And then when you speak up, they want to chastise you. It's unbelievable. But those of us that got common sense and that got a conscience, we just got to stick together. That's what I believe in, and not be moved and swayed. And I ain't scared of the LGBTQ community either. I don't have nothing against them, cause your life is your life, but you ain't gonna make me feel less than either. And I'm not gonna tiptoe and not be me because of you. I got rights too. We all gonna live up in here in peace, and I believe in that. It's a lot of people that just abusive. Even on every side. I was listening to that what do you call that, that Lizzo, and I only know these people from being on the internet, that plus size artist. She got lawsuits out because her former employee said she was abusive, very toxic work environment. And that's what I'm starting to see, as these people gain more notoriety and more followings. They get very desensitized, and think they above somebody, but they don't understand how this thing happened. You only where you at because we supported you, because you have people that supported you. And then they get so high up to where they forget how this thing started, and they start looking down on the ones that brought them up. And as a society, we have to start checking that, because when you get to a point to where can't nobody tell you nothing, or you no longer appreciate those that got you to where you need to be, then that's a problem. And ain't nothing wrong with humbling somebody. And a lot of these people need to be humbled. Everybody popular, and and goals for the next. No, how about you just have done well and pull up the next. But we don't want to talk about that. Just like I go to these lives, and if I make a comment on somebody's platform, just because my name shows up bottom line with Boost, they know that's a page, so they don't want to acknowledge you. And it's just like, I'm just over here supporting, but everybody, they want to be the center of attention, and it's all them. No, it's enough room for everybody. And the sooner that people embrace that and support that, the better off we'll all be. So I see you made it. Welcome, average logical thinker. I was wondering if you was going to pop in, but yeah, that's crazy. It really is. But I'm gonna tell you what too. I like to take So my main focus is to motivate, inspire, and educate people about mental health and just a quality of life. But I also use current events that are and use them as teachable moments. I see a lot of platforms use like other content creators, and that's all their content is about, and that's not what mine is about. Like if I see something that's a teachable moment, I'll use that and as something to teach and educate others about whatever that situation is. But my content will not be about other content creators. That's not what I'm about. That's not why I'm out here. um at the end of the day, we can't change nobody, but if I can enlighten or educate somebody, then that's what I want to do. And I just think it's important for people to understand that, because I think some people might think, oh, because I had somebody send me something about Peach McIntyre or somebody and say, get the word out. And I'm like, no, you get the word out. That's not what I'm over here talking about. I made a video about a situation that I thought was distasteful, and it was a teachable moment to show people what not to do. And then I'm moving on. But that ain't why I'm out here. Anybody can gossip. I'm trying to educate and elevate. And so, oh, that's y'all speaking. So anyway, I just thought I come back on and just see what was going on in these Saturday streets, because I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to have to start finding me something to do. But I actually have been very fortunate since basically on and off since 2019. I've been working remotely at my job. And now the first week of September, I have to start going back into the plant 3 times a week. So 2 times a week I'll be remote, and then 3 days I have to go back in the plant. Which you can get stuck in this house, because after COVID, I got used to working remote, but it's time to get out this house, because you can get stuck in the house. And I done been in the house for a couple years for the most part. And so it's forcing me back out. And so that's good. So you going to Texas tomorrow? What part of Texas you going to, Logical Thinker? So baby girl, you in Texas? I've only been to Houston. It says, I've met 4 people that are out of work, and by the grace of God, they've been able to sustain. Amen. Amen. Praise God. I hope to not be out without work. I need my job. But I got to start going back into the plan. But I'm grateful God gave me the grace to heal, because I was in a space after catching COVID. Getting up, going to work every day would have been too much. I'd have lost my job. It says landing in Houston and Dallas looking for a home. Also, you moving to Texas? I had when I was in the automotive industry, and the plant I worked at back in 2006, I think 2007, I went to Texas and signed their employment books, because my former brother-in-law lived in Baytown, which is a nice area outside of Houston, and I was considering moving there then. A lot of people have migrated to Houston here lately. A lot of people that moved to used to go to Atlanta, now they are moving to Houston. And baby girl said, stay away from San Antonio. And Carrie put her prayers up, so prayers for safe travel. Yeah, so Houston is nice. Good luck with that. And the homes there are beautiful. They are very, very, I don't know if they're as affordable as they was since whatever happened with this housing market, but all them beautiful homes that I would see online, they was all in Texas. And I'm talking about big boy houses. So, so logical thinker, you driving or you flying? I don't know what state you currently in, but I know when I baby girl said I love Houston, where I'm from, but in San Antonio now. Oh, so you in Houston? Are you flying? Yeah, cause that driving is a long way. I drove from Ohio to Houston, and I think that was an 18-hour drive. It was a long. It was four of us, but it was a long drive. I said never again. It's too long of a drive. Something like that, you have to fly. Matter of fact, another follower on this account, she Faith, she she lived in Texas, and she was looking to, I guess, at some point move somewhere else at some point in her life, and was looking to just explore and learn about other places that's out there. Oh, I love Virginia thinker. I know the Virginia that's in the DMV area. I think is it Bridgeport, Bridgeport maybe, which was a very very nice area. But there are so many different areas, to move in nowadays. Pretty much, it's expensive to live anywhere. So you can yeah, Woodbridge. That was the name of it, Woodbridge. It's very nice. I like that area. It's expensive though. It ain't cheap. Um, and then because I liked, I went to a mall plaza that was in that area, and I didn't make it to that Tyson's Corner, but I just like that whole DMV area. I like the vibe. It's always something to do, and for the right money, I said I definitely could live in that area, but you gotta have some money. I wouldn't want to live there, and I ain't got no money. I love Northern VA, but I'm Hampton Roads area. Okay, I'm not familiar with that. I am familiar with that Woodbridge area though. I liked it a lot. But I like those metropolitan areas. I don't live that far from Philly. Says, yep, they pay well in the DMV, especially, yeah, that whole DMV area, that's government, period. I know at least 80 to 90% of the them people work for the government. That's the government. That's all, like, military, and the government over there. It's a busy area too. It ain't cheap neither. But coming from a small town in Ohio, I definitely can appreciate bigger cities. But I know when it's time for me to retire, I probably will definitely be in a slower pace, more laid back area where my money is long. Cause to stay in these metropolitan areas, you gonna pay, and I have the attitude I ain't gonna work all these years to not live comfortably when it's time to sit down. I want to sit down somewhere where my money, it can stretch, and I don't know where that is, but it definitely ain't gonna be where I'm at. Yeah, for real. Shoot, look, I want this YouTube to pop off so I can retire sooner than later. For real. It's a lot of opportunities out here on this social media, and anybody that's out here need to be focused on trying to establish themselves, because it's opportunities, and it is funding out there. That's why I'm like, I ain't just out here trying to play. I got a passion and I got a purpose. Uh, you know. Um, so the only way it's gonna happen is you gotta put yourself out there and try. You know what I mean? I said, if nothing else, I'm a dad trying. And it ain't never hurt nobody to try. And And I truly believe have to stay have to step away and go. Thank you for coming, baby girl. Please come again. Oh, she said be right back. All right, I'll be here anyway. Um, but that's the one thing that people need to understand. There is a lot of hey Ricky. Hey Ricky, I'm glad you called us. Welcome. How you doing tonight? We just sitting back, kicking back. Ain't really no particular topic. I hopped on here to see what's going on in these Saturday streets. I'm at that stage in my life where I ain't making no fuss or no trouble, and just seeing what's going on with everybody, and just kicking around, talking about whatever is going on, or it's called the People's Podium. The mic is open. I think it's StreamYard. I think it's StreamYard that I need to connect so other people can call in. So it ain't one-sided. A couple people done said, "What up, Ricky?" Ricky said, "Glad I caught you all too. I am well, beloved. Hope you and yours are too." Yeah, we glad you called us. And that's one thing I really enjoy. I like when it's a diverse group, because it ain't just one. It ain't. I gotta quit doing that. The way I'm holding it, my iPhone is clicking it off. It needs to be just not just this is just a one-sided group. Male, female, like we all in this thing together. Decent people that ain't out here in these streets acting like a damn fool wilding out. See, and that can fellowship and come together as civilized people. So, what you got going on tonight, Ricky? None. So, all we was talking about where we at. If you're not comfortable with it, you definitely don't have to share. What state you chiming in from? If you don't respond, then we know that it ain't none of our business. But I'm in New Jersey. I'm originally from Ohio, and it's talking about when it's time to retire, where I'm gonna go, which I don't know, but definitely not on the East Coast because it costs too much. And I believe like everybody should move away from wherever they born. I think people that move away evolve. You grow, It's Ricky says, "I'm taking it easy at the house tonight." Shouting out from Alabama. I got a sister that live in Alabama. Shout out to Alabama. She lives in Auburn, Alabama. Hey, Ricky, you wasn't in that fight, was you? You didn't throw no chairs or nothing, did you? Over there in Montgomery, I had to move 30 miles out of the city where I grew up. Yeah, like you have to move away. Carrie's OH in the house. Carrie from Ohio. Ricky said, "No, you avoided the fight." Whew, that was a heck of a fight, wasn't it? Like, look, now that's something we can talk about. I'm gonna tell y'all this straight up. My hat goes off to that young man that swam. I watched the video a couple of times. I might have missed a couple parts, but for the most part, that young man, I see the chair. He swam his butt off, didn't he, y'all? Now, for real, I don't condone violence, but sometimes some people just need a tail whooping, and that needed to happen. That young boy, he swam his butt off. He swam his butt off. Yeah, He swam to a fight. He did, but no, he swam to a rescue, Ricky. He sat back there. That you know what? That boy's soul was moved because they boat, remember, wasn't docked. They that's how it started, because they couldn't bring their boat over to the dock because those people had their boat blocking it. And he said, and everybody basically that was on that boat that needed to be docked was a minority. And they sitting back with that space watching all those people jump that employee. And something moved in his spirit, and he jumped in that water. Hey, that's the kind of Rolly that anybody want to have with them, for real. I was proud of that young man. I mean, hey man, hey vibes, swam with a purpose. Absolutely. And there was a purpose. You sitting there watching, and it wasn't like one or two. It was a group of them pounding on that man's head. He said, I heard, Logical Thinker said, I heard they started a GoFundMe for Little Phelps. They did. Ricky said, well, yes, that is a good way to look at it. They actually, and bless his heart, and he just is humble. They started a GoFundMe for that young man to buy him some more shoes, because I think he either kicked off his shoes or he lost his shoes while he was swimming. But they was so proud of him, they wanted to replace his shoes, and they sent over an abundant to buy a pair of shoes. And he came back on thanking everybody and being very appreciative of them sending the money, and said that he had more money than he needed. Basically was thanking them and telling them that they didn't need to send him any more money. He got plenty, and that he was doing what he was raised to do. So basically, he didn't need any assistance. He had everything he needed. Very, very humble young man. Logical Thinker said, Ricky Smiley said he swam over there and didn't do nothing, but it's the effort. Hey, he did do something. His presence made some of them calm down. Thinker. Oh, it must be an emoji. Does who miss New Jersey? Ricky, I live in New Jersey. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in New Jersey now. I'm from Ohio. I moved to New Jersey in 2017. Yep. New Jersey is a hard I miss my family, but I don't miss Ohio per se, because I've been there, done that. And Ohio has went through a lot of changes, so I had to follow my money. But I don't see me staying in New Jersey forever, New Jersey is a hard state, and it's a very expensive, and coming from the Midwest, moving to the East Coast, you get sticker shock. So, it ain't enough. It ain't enough it ain't enough bang for your buck. And I want to get a little more for my money when my time to sit down and when I'm finished working is done. Exactly, Carrie. OHIO in the house. For real. Not that I wouldn't retire. There's the capital of Ohio, Columbus. I could live there again. I lived there several years. I could retire there. But like I said, Ricky, I got a sister that live in Alabama, and I ain't gonna start talking trash about Alabama, but I'm gonna tell you what I always tell my sister, because she live in Auburn, with that little town, college town or whatever, and she always talk about it because when we was younger, we always used to ride around the really nice neighborhoods and daydream about beautiful homes, like beautiful homes, love beautiful homes. And she said, "Oh, well, you would love this neighborhood." I said, "It ain't a neighborhood in Alabama. Some places I just can't live, Ricky. And Alabama, one of them. And I'm just saying, and I'm gonna leave it there. My first duty station was in Dayton, Ohio. I cried for a week straight. Hey, you watch him. Look, think and watch your mouth. I'm born and raised Dayton, Ohio. Where's that? You right, Pat? But Dayton took that hit. Dayton was the mini Detroit. We was the second largest automotive industry to Detroit. We had I think it was 9 General Motors plants there, Chrysler plant. All them plants gone, gone. I think probably Wright Pat is probably the biggest employer in Dayton, because once the automotive industry left, it just devastated the area. They are closing the Greyhound station in Ohio. Stations. I didn't know that they closing the Greyhound stations in Ohio. I hate that. Greyhound is doing curbside pickups mostly now. Crazy. I hadn't heard that they closing the Greyhound stations. Carrie, you live outside of Dayton. Oh, yep, Wright Patterson. Yep. Carrie know about Wright Pat. She live outside of Dayton. But exactly. Yep. I'm born and raised. Dayton ain't what it used to be. I grew up outside of Dayton. But Carrie, I worked for General Motors too, Carrie. I think General Motors before when they was thriving, they was one of the biggest employers, like Wright Pat. But what's sad is not one of those GM places stand anymore. And like that story with Flint. Excuse me, if y'all haven't watched that, when you get a chance, watch that. That's a very enlightening story to see how a company can devastate a community. And basically what happened to Flint, Michigan is what happened to Dayton, Ohio. They wiped them jobs out, closed they doors, and all the money left with them. And fast forward, a couple years ago, small Dayton was number one for per radius and population for drugs, fentanyl, and all that. Yeah, that whole water issue is infuriating to me. It is in Flint. Yep, you're right, Carrie. D-Max. D-Max is the only Dayton. Only GM plant that's still in Dayton. Random question. Who are you related to that people tell you that you resemble the most? Chat. Answer the question to if you can. What am I related to? I've always been told I look like my sisters or my father. I'm the youngest of 5 girls. But I don't hear. Oh, my daughter. Now it would be my daughter. People say me and my daughter look alike. I don't see it, but my daughter. What about you, Ricky? Yep, 5 girls. Youngest of 5. Yep. So, and that's why when I come out here and I be talking about these chicks and that sprinkle and Miss LaTruth and them, one thing I know is a woman. One thing I know is a female. I know a chick every day, all day, and people can't move me. That's why when they be coming for me in the comments, I let it roll off because I know what I'm talking about. And when I open my mouth, I am passionate what I'm talking about. They say I look like my mom mostly, but like you said, I don't see it. Yep. I hear about me and my son. I got 2 kids. I hear that about my son too, but um Yep. So, so you say, Ricky, is your page the one with the greyhounds? I think your page is the one with the greyhounds. Hey, Carrie, did you hear about the Okay, cause I went on there and I looked. Okay, did you hear about the Greyhound station closing? Ricky, you better get out of Alabama before they close the Greyhound station in Alabama, and you can't get out of there. You know they be acting a fool in Alabama. I say Alabama, uh, um, Mississippi, places like Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Texas. They got their own laws, and I could, I'm just I'm speaking from emotion, but that's what I tell my sister that live in Auburn. I said, they got their own rules over there. And she got a big mouth. I said, you better learn how to control your mouth because they got their own laws in Alabama. Blessings to all. Rest well. Have a bath. Baby girl Vise, it was a pleasure. Please come back. And God blessings to you. We'll talk to you soon. Says, hey, I just bought an old Greyhound bus back in March that I am restoring, a 1982 model. So what you gonna do? Charters or what you gonna do with it? You know what? Some people converting buses into cribs. Like they if I was adventurous, I could do that, but I ain't that adventurous. I'm gonna make it a personal. Yeah, I heard. Yep. It's a lot of people doing that, and I didn't see some where they didn't lay them out, Ricky. But I think to really like if you really restore one of those and convert it and like travel the country, that would be kind of fly. That's one way you could really like see the country, you know. But it's a lot of people doing that, converting. I had actually read this article a couple weeks ago. It was about this lady. I think she had lost her job or something. It's on the East Coast. I think it was New York. And her rent was like 2,000 and something a month, and she knew she couldn't sustain it. So she took her last $20,000, flew somewhere, I think it was South Carolina, somewhere, and she bought a bus. And she converted that bus into a home for her and her daughter for like a year or two so she can stack her money because she knew she couldn't sustain that rent. I feel it though, for real. Um, yeah, it does sound fun, Ricky. You gonna travel the country or um you gonna stay local in your area? But I really could. I mean, the older you get, some of the stuff that you would think you wouldn't do or didn't come across your mind when you was younger, you you open to. Like it's a lot of stuff that I said I wouldn't do when I was younger. I do it now. Like for real, I would do it now. Yes, going to hit the stage and vlog my butt off. You better look. They have already said that they have it's over $1 trillion that they invested into like new content creators, people you know that have interactive followings, and they're not looking for people with mega platforms. They're looking for, because I do a lot of homework on this stuff. Let me hit y'all real quick. They are looking for people. So there's micro, macro, mega, and it's another level influences. The micro is like the smaller platforms, but they have like maybe engaged audiences. Those are the ones they're looking for. They're no longer looking for people that have these extremely large followings. They're looking for the smaller influencers that they can spread the money out more widely versus like a couple, the smaller quantities of those mega influencers, and then they might have dead audiences. So that's what they're looking for. And logical thinker. That's why I be reaching out to you too, because that's one way to grow platforms too, is going live. I think I'm gonna sign up for that StreamYard so people can call in, let me see. We all have to be preparing for the unknown, for real, financially, mentally, spiritually, who you telling? That's a fact. Carrie said, I totally agree with you. And Ricky, everybody, we all on one accord. And that's the truth, because this culture, the world is changing very quickly. Yeah, we got to collab. And that's the whole thing, like supporting each other. See, some of these people, they get so high up there on the hog, and they mad that they don't want to share growth with nobody. And that's just not the StreamYard. That's just not the way. Like, it's enough room. It's enough room for us all. And people that are selfish, it only bites them in the butt in the end. Look at the LaTruth chick. Look at Lizzo. It just goes on and on. When you ain't humble, and when you show up fake and just not authentic, that ugly head is gonna rear itself, and that fake mountain that you built will come tumbling down. It's a shame these large platforms be spreading demonic crap all day, and they really do. And what's even furthermore shame is they followers feed off of it. And just look at what's her name, Peach. Peach about one of the most toxic chicks out there in the streets, and them people just love her. They love her. It's like the more toxic and ignorant she get, the more followers she get. And it's sad. It's sad. We all have to eat a slice or two of humble pie eventually. You better know it. What was that saying? Be careful of the butt you kick on the way you go. Be careful of the butt you kick on the way up, because it'll be the ass you kiss on the way down. That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, yeah, we see it happening before us. Influencer after influencers are dying or getting sick. Exactly. There's always a place for you at my table. Amen. True saying. That's true. And you feel better, Just think, taking on negative weight, that's how I got sick back in 2019. I had to change this culture around at work, and I was dealing with entitled people that had been at the company for 20 plus years, high seniority area, union environment, and they wanted something for nothing. And I'm dealing with negativity, stress, every day. Like, literally, like, it wasn't a day, like for over 2 years straight, every single day negative. And it becomes too much for anybody. We all get what we give, and we all reap what we sow, and sow what we reap. Amen. I like growing my channel organically. I'm enjoying the process. Exactly. I don't even know how to grow it outside of that. When you show up as you are, there's always going to be somebody that can identify with you. See, a lot of these people, they show up pretending, and eventually your true self's gonna be revealed. Um, yeah, you're right. And what's for you can't nobody take from you. But I tell you this, you can't wait forever. So Ricky, you better get to fixing up that bus and get your butt on the road. Cause we can't wait. We can't wait forever, Ricky. So you better get to getting, cause I want to see that bus transform. A lot of channels ain't nothing but a money. It's so many channels that ain't nothing but a money grab. Um, Peach McIntyre, that ain't nothing but a money grab. The Latroufs, they ain't nothing but a money grab. It is what it is. Ricky says, I'm putting a new motor and transmission in and out. Okay. Did you put your vlog on YouTube? Yeah, he got a channel. That's why I asked him, was he the one that had the Greyhound buses? Go check his page out. Logical. Go follow him. Y'all follow each other. Nothing. I'm just saying in general. Be herself. Just, like she on there. So what, I've only did 2 videos of hers. When I first found out about her and I realized what she did, I made a video, not thinking. I just made a video on what I saw and I thought it was disgusting. So I still get comments from people, because I unsubscribed from her. I can't be dealing with that. I'm editing videos right now and I put one on there. All right, I'll go check it out too. Oh, Carrie said, I'm cheering for you, Ricky. Yeah, Carrie, go check out Ricky too. But all she do is sell her, trying to sell her videos, in which I bought her videos because I want to learn. But it's a gimmick. She's not really teaching nobody nothing. There's a piece of that she ain't teaching, and she's not going to teach. Her husband and her son page grow, but her whole thing is getting her numbers up and selling people a dream. If she teach everybody that method, then won't nobody be tuning into her. She ain't teaching nobody nothing. It's a gimmick. So, the black manosphere ain't what it once was. I went over there. Is it called the Black Manosphere? Is that the one that hate women, Ricky? Or is it the Manosphere? Or they got the Manosphere and then the Black Manosphere? More arguing and hate now than anything. Is that the Manosphere? Is that the white guy? Or do they got one that's the black guy? The Black Manosphere. You might. Oh, I'm on this. I think. What app am I on? I tried to go off on this other app instead of YouTube's. I forget what app I'm on. I was about to say you should be able to click on his name, but I went through an app. I don't know what it looked like, and I don't know too much about these apps to be clicking off. Yo, so it's Ricky Webster. All of them are part of the Manosphere. Kevin Samuels and his minions. Kevin Samuels, he was a part of it. I don't think Kevin Samuels stood alone. He died though. But you know what? I didn't like Kevin Samuels at first coming out, but fast forward, when you really listen to some not all of his videos, they highlighted like some ignorant ones are the ones he would attack people. But the one thing I always said, even though I didn't like his delivery, Kevin Samuels wasn't lying, no. He wasn't lying. SJB, hey, welcome aboard. We just chopping it up. Ain't nothing going on in these streets. You welcome. Stay around. We just talking about How crazy people are. That's it. We ain't talking about nothing. Going to change the name to Tips and Trips. I like that. That's a good name. I like that, Tips and Trips. Hey, and Ricky, you know what? When you convert that when you convert it, what do they call that? You got to get it wrapped, Ricky. That's what they call it, wrapped. Um, that'd be pretty slick. But I had to look up the black manosphere. I think I only seen the manosphere because I don't believe I was aware that there was a black manosphere, but I'll definitely look that up. But that's crazy. But you know what I was just thinking about when we was talking about that Montgomery brawl? It'll be interesting, even though they two worlds away, to see how they deal with those brawls versus how they dealt with them guys at the when they stomped the Capitol. So some of them people that went to jail and they didn't release it. I'm just curious to see. Again, I think Alabama got their own laws. I want to see how vigorous that they gonna be with the penalties on all them parties that was involved. What's your take on dating in 2023 for people past age 40? Want to hear your take. Oh, look, Lord, let's talk about that. We can start talking about stuff like that too. That's the next subject too. That's a good one. Ricky, I'm confused as hell. So listen, I'm 49 years old. 49 and single. I ain't out in the streets, obviously. And it's hard to meet people and living on the East Coast. So I'm an old fashioned gal. Again, I come from a small town and I believe in meeting people organically. And being that I ain't in these streets, I don't meet people organically. So 49. Thank you. Yes, I will be 50 years old in March. Yes, ma'am, I'm 49. Hey, Ray, you sit your old ass down. You can kiss our old ass. How about that? Um, but anyway, it's hard to meet people in today's time, and I'm really March 16th. Um, I'm really not into online dating. You know what I mean? Okay, you 47. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. Yep, I'm 49, and I'm not one of those people that hide who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I hope to get to 99. Um, okay. So yeah. Ray. Where's your cousin? Ain't that the truth? Ray, come in here. Ray, come in here and be civilized. You welcome to be a part of the conversation. You probably a millennial or Gen Z, so y'all don't know how to act. But you welcome to be a part of this conversation. Just be normal. We all normal over here. And keep it peaceful. But it's hard today. I prefer to meet people in person because so many people, you don't know who they are, and it's just a dangerous world out there. Carrie said, "Oh, Carrie, there must be emojis. I can't see the emojis." Um, yeah, I love meeting people in person. I think it's authentic. So you can't hide it. You can't hide behind I'm in your face. Um, if I'm in your face, then a lot of that hidden stuff that people do online. See, those of us that know and those of us that know people and can read people, and I can read people well. You can't bullshit me. Excuse my French. It says hello. Probably my first time checking your live. New to your channel. I just turned 50 in January. Hey man, Shawnee, welcome aboard. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. Yeah. dating is a challenge. And as you get older, see, me at 49 don't play no games, so it's a lot of stuff that I wouldn't be bothered with. Um, and I don't have time for nobody to sit and BS me or tell me no lies. So you have to be very authentic. You have to show up authentically and just and be yourself. Um, because I don't have time to play no games with nobody. And then you got a lot of people now because of the internet that they've bought into, lies and being any and everything other than themselves. So they ain't got to approach you. They can go on the internet and lie and act a fool. Well, thank you, Ray Ray. We appreciate that. And see, I feel it back now. You came, you didn't redeem yourself, and we appreciate that. Stick around. Um, you in good hands. You in good company. We just regular people, just supporting and fellowshipping. Good people are hard to come by. Um, yes, it is. We have the ability to impart wisdom as well as learn and receive. Absolutely, and that's true. But you don't know what you're dealing with on this internet, and that's one of the things I was saying earlier. I'm going to take a couple of days off at work, and I'm gonna jump on the train and go hang out in Manhattan for the day, and I'm gonna take y'all with me. You have to well, happy belated birthday, Carrie. Carrie turned 52 August 6th. You just had a birthday. God's blessings, Carrie. Happy birthday. Um, I have to get out and about if I want to meet some people because ain't nobody gonna knock on my door and find me. Uh, and I'm a homebody by nature. In the aspect of I ain't been in them streets since my 20s. Like I quit going to clubs in my 20s. So to have opportunities to meet people, just being out and about, it don't happen unless I run into somebody, at a store, or grocery store or something. But you know, I don't. Everybody can't enter my personal space. I don't want to talk to everybody that want to talk to me. Ray Ray said older women are more appreciative of the simple best things in life. It's called wisdom, Ray Ray. You have you go through a couple things in life, and you start to understand and appreciate lessons learned and wisdom. And once you get to those stages, that silliness no longer matters. I don't know how old you are, but I say even starting in my 20s, I started to notice how quickly time went by. Logical Thinker said, Ray Ray, we still appreciate the finer things too now. Logical Thinker, how old are you? I lost my train of thought. Older women lose their train of thought too, Ray Ray. But you just don't have time. Oh, when I was in my 20s. You notice how quickly time go by. And once you start to mature and you start to establish yourself, like get a job if you have a kid or not, buy a home, and you start wanting more in life, then, oh, you 44. Okay. You don't have time to play games, and you start to understand and realize, how quickly, time go by. Ray Ray said, what'd you say, Ray Ray? Logical Thinker sounds like a gold digger, y'all. She ain't no gold digger. She been here for a minute. But shoot, but that's how yeah, this soft life edition, Ray Ray. I actually got a podcast called The Soft Life. And if you don't know the definition of it, look in my community section. I posted the definition of soft life, and I believe in that. I don't believe in struggle love no more, gaslighting, none, stressful environments or relationships. Like, I'm trying to grow older gracefully. I don't believe in forcing nothing on nobody. I don't believe in putting up with toxic friendships or relationships. Like, you get beyond all that, because it comes a time in life where you just want to enjoy life. And to achieve that is simple. Once you get rid of all the mess and all the garbage in your life, when you quit lying to yourself and quit allowing others to lie to you, then you can get to that soft life a lot sooner than many of us have, in current day. A lot of y'all still, going through that BS, and you really don't have to. Just chill, enjoy yourself, be a good person, and have boundaries and expectations, and adhere to them, and don't let nobody cross them. And that's really the key to life. So, but I've enjoyed talking to y'all. You know what, Logical Thinker? We're gonna have to I think I know I have a StreamYard account, but I don't know. I must have to upgrade or something. I'm about to figure out like what I got to do for the one like where people can call in and we can just like that's what I want to do. I prefer that than to sit here and read comments and to be talking to people. Carrie said, Ray, we don't get on here disrespecting each other. Please be respectful. What did Ray say? Oh, I read that earlier. Yeah, he was. I think he was being funny. I have standards, boundaries, and expectations. Absolutely, absolutely. And once you establish that, that's why I'm saying like these chicks, like the one guy, what's his name, Derek Jackson. I think a lot of chicks follow him. He a relationship coach or whatever because they think he attractive, but he didn't did everything that he tell these women to look out for. And why pay your money to somebody when the answers is within yourself? I'm a firm Southern Californian born and raised. What state are you in? I'm in New Jersey. So we got New Jersey, we got Virginia, we got Ohio. You said Chrisean and Blueface got it right. No, they didn't. They a hot mess. I did a video on them too. A teachable moment. Chrisean and Blueface, that was the worst type of relationship. Like, as a mother of a daughter, that would be my daughter dating somebody like Blueface would be a nightmare. And as a mother of a son, having a son like him would be a nightmare. It's nothing about any of that. Just to get money don't make you successful. It says, I'm from Southern Beautiful. I am from you from San Diego, Logical Thing. So you oh, that's right. You was in the military. That's right. Right. What makes you think that Chrisean and you got to be a Zoomer, a Gen Z, that's a successful relationship? And that's part of the problem. And that's what I was talking about earlier, how these young people are looking to these relationships thinking that they are future goals, and they're not. It's a terrible depiction of what to emulate. Like, they are nobody to emulate or to want to mimic. Just because you get on TV or you make money don't make you a success story. A lot of times when you think about it, when people become famous or get notoriety or, become successful, a lot of them go through hell. Some of them die. Oh, okay. See, Ray, we're a little bit older, Ray. Remember what audience you in now, sweetheart? We don't know. But I talked about them because the reality is a lot of people, a lot of the younger generation do look at them like somebody to emulate. I mean, I look in the comments and read those comments, and that's how I learn. I try to stay abreast. You learn a lot of stuff when you get on this internet, and a lot of these young people, like, they look at that relationship between Chrisean and Blueface as love, and ain't nothing about that love. He has zero respect for women, and she has zero boundaries. She has zero self love. Because if she had self love, there's no way she would have spent a moment with him. But Ray, that's your assignment. You need to talk to your peer group. I'm assuming you got to be Gen Z or millennial. Um, Go back to your peer group and start educating them, steering them right. So, hey, Ray, how old are you? You might can answer some questions for us. How old are you, sweetheart? The one, and I've been trying to talk to my daughter to see if she come on here, but her self worth is in the toilet. But she's starting to see the light prayerfully. So I was hoping that, and then I seen something today. I think it was today. Something was posted where it was something about her baby daddy, and then she got flowers sent to her. So we'll see. We'll just see. I don't think she ain't hit rock bottom yet. Once she hit rock bottom, and say enough is enough. But it'll take for her after she had that baby to see what happened. Oh, so you 39. All right, you So what are you, a millennial? Y'all be talking like y'all so much younger. Y'all niggas ain't that much younger. You only 10 years younger than me. She getting sucked right back in. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So tell me this, Ray. Do you feel like um dating at 39, what's your mentality? Hey AJ, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you on here, lady. Do you think we just talking, we just talking randomly because seeing what's going on in these internet streets tonight, just everybody just chopping it up for the most part. Do you think it's difficult to date at 39, or do you believe, which do you prefer, internet dating or in person? Are 20 somethings any worse than the housewives? That's a whole, I don't even know 20-year-olds. I have no comprehension. And they need to take all that housewife crap off the internet. It's been ran its course, and it's just giving a false narrative of how reality and how life is. And I'm sick of toxic reality TV. Actually, I don't think the housewives represent the everyday average woman. Don't base it. No, I know they don't. And it's so animated now that it's corrupting these younger generations because it gives chicks the false, and that's why that sprinkle chick is able to pull off what she doing, because now you got everybody that wants the top 1%, and the reality is everybody ain't gonna get the 1%, but everybody think they 1% material. What you say, AJ? I was attacked this week. I'm feeling so nauseated and weak. I'm taking care of myself. What happened to you, lady? I'm so sorry to hear that. Sally, I know 50-year-old women who still date or associate with the same type of men they did at 20. If you continue to do the same thing, you will get the same result, period. See, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I did a video earlier this week, and basically it was a short I did, and it said something about or last week, some of y'all holding on to these relationships for dear life, and they've been over with long time ago. Like, people got to know when to let it go. Yeah, let us know how you doing, AJ. I'm sorry to hear that. How was you out and about and attacked? That's crazy. Might have to be happy with that manager at AutoZone and be content. I'm just saying, listen, that Ricky, you better know it. Everybody's sending prayers up for AJ. Welcome, Emma Mankins. We just this is middle-aged grown folk style, just chopping it up. We just talking random and in general, but you're welcome aboard. And if you haven't, if you like what we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel on your way out. I'm just saying, Shawnee, but that's the truth. Look, let me tell you, I went through a stage of I've always and I hate to admit this, but for the last several years, well, not several, I say my last 3 relationships in my life, which took up the majority of my life, I met at work. And I was always attracted to men in power. I had to get away from that. Let's see what AJ talking about. She said some Mexicans tried to take my full-blood German Shepherd. I got so angry, I started fighting with the Mexican guy. I snapped because I knew it was a setup. I've had my dog for 6 years. Oh, my goodness, they tried to steal your dog. Lord have mercy. He pushed me down so hard. Oh, wow. Did you get to keep your dog? Lord Jesus, prayers up. That's a shame. People are trying to just take any and everything you got. Lord Jesus. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Make sure you take care of yourself and be aware, because people are oh, thank goodness she was able to press charges. Yeah, and to the fullest extent. He need to go to jail. And that's the thing. People just can't do what they want to do. Wow, that's wild. Sorry to hear that. I forget what that threw me off. I forget what I was talking about. It was something about dating men at work. But I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. That was terrible that happened. And that's what's crazy. Like, you don't know what's out there in these streets. People just ain't what they used to be, and they ain't as trusting. Oh, I don't know if Ray gone, but I was saying, hey, Ricky, you still there? I think it's crazy that you just can't be. We was talking something about I wanted to know Ricky's, you used to be attracted to men in power. Oh yeah. What are you using to stream with Boost? A phone or a tablet? Do you use StreamYard? Yes. So I got a question for you. Let me answer these real quick. So I'm on my iPhone, and I think I went through the StreamYard app on this one. Oh, when I think so, yeah, because Ricky had said some about dating the guy at AutoZone. So I was thank y'all for getting me back on track. Cause hey, this is middle age edition. Welcome to real life. I be forgetting, and that ain't nothing new. But my point was, I agree with you, Ricky. I always dated guys. I had a thing for guys in power, you know. But as I've gotten older, I don't need all that. Just a good, honest, loyal, hardworking man is good enough. You know, everybody want that top 1%, and the reality is it ain't enough for the 1% to go around. And the reality is most of us ain't the 1%. You know, and I don't even believe in the 1%. But like people gotta be more realistic. It's so many people that ain't realistic, you know. Like I actually go on I think it's Kendra G. She that chick that do the Facebook singles. She be on here on YouTube. I go just to laugh because the people are like, I've never called in or anything like that because I don't, that ain't the way I want to meet people. But it gives me a true awareness of what's out there, and it's scary out there in them streets. Hey, Boost, what height on a man do you tend to go for? Curious to know. So my daughter's father was 6'2". I think John's 6'2". He was the tallest I ever dated. On average, the guy that I've dated was, I think, like around between 5'8", 5'11", somewhere like that. Yeah, ain't it though? It's so like in the high fives is the average that I've dated, Ricky. Um it's entertainment, and I'm like, who would take any of that seriously, like for real? But it's a reality check. Like, this is what's out there. And the scary part is what's out there is yeah, so around your height, yeah, like 5'11". I'm 5'4". Um, it ain't a lot out there at all. And and that's just the reality. And I ain't desperate. God took the time, yeah, because the average chick want, so they talk about that on that Kendra G show. Chicks want guys that's like over 6 foot. She be 4'9" and want a 6 foot dude. It don't make no sense. You know, I don't get it. But also that so it gets back to why I talk about what I talk about. Carrie, you kind of talk, Carrie, you 5'9". People mentally are not healthy. You know, they got all these expectations, y'all. They want this long list of things that they want. But they are none of these things. And what's crazy is, like, this is real. Like, it's a lot of people. I saw something and I forget, and it floored me. I think it was on one of Kendra G's things. Like you said, it's pure entertainment, but I don't know if they come on there now. And this was in the early stages of it. And they just playing, but this guy had all these requirements, but looked like a mud duck. And had nothing to offer, but was dead serious. But women don't make it no better, because then you got these women out here that's acting like they'll do anything for a man, and even these broke dudes that don't have nothing to offer is buying into it. He think, oh, just because I'm a man and I got a penis, then I'm winning. No, sir, it don't go like that. You know, every chick ain't desperate. And then those of us that ain't desperate, that speaks out, then we bitter and we don't need a man. Ain't nobody say none of that. I'm just saying reality. I'm not going to do all that to have anybody. There are a group of us that, if this is what it's going to be, then I'm going to live my best life like this. I'm not going to be turning tricks to have a man. It ain't going to happen. And but again, we got a very unhealthy society. Everybody want the best for less. I want the best, but I want 100%, but I'm only 20%. It don't make sense. A penis or a vagina cannot take care of the sick and the shut-in. You better know it. And the thing about this, so look, this is where I'm at. See, thank y'all. These are the conversations that matter. Amen. Hey, you speaking truth. When I went through, like, my depression in 2019, hit me, took my breath. I ain't never experienced that. I'm going to say that until the day I die, because for real, it took my breath, right? And then COVID happened to me. I'm the first person I know that have COVID. I caught it in March 2020. No, I don't know anybody before me that had COVID. I'm the first person that spoke up honestly. Penis and all that didn't matter. Like, when all that, artificial, that superficial, that outer stuff is gone, will somebody be there at your worst moment? Will, when I have no more to give physically, when all I have is my personality, can we enjoy one another? Because see, that's what really matters. All that other stuff, all the material things, when I was over here sick and dying, none of those things meant nothing to me. None of those things. It said, yes, we are content, logical thinker. They want the best, but aren't being their best. Exactly. Ray didn't give us that topic. Ricky gave us that topic. I caught COVID from Mardi Gras 2020, the weekend before Fat Tuesday. Look, Ricky, I called it. I started getting sick March 11th, 2020. I was turning 46 5 days later. I had to, one of my sister's birthday is 3 days before mine. She was turning 50. I was flying home for her surprise 50th. Then that's when I had to cancel my flight 3 days later. And instead of being in Ohio for my sister's 50th, I was at the urgent care, because that's when you was calling your doctor. It started out with a sore throat. I was at urgent care with a sore throat, and that was the beginning of the worst time of my entire life. Took me over 2 months to get well. My hubby and I went out dancing last weekend. The crowd was mature like us, but boy, oh boy, were we grateful to have one another. 12 years. Congratulations, Shawnee. And you and I both know, you blessed. You blessed. Congratulations, and may God continue to protect and y'all finish out this life together in the best way possible. Ray got us started on toxic relationship. Yeah, Ray did. That is, and I thought about that too. And sometimes, and I'm an emotional person, so I'm a Pisces. So I don't get all into astrology, but I do believe that a lot of it is true. Because when you look up a Pisces, that's me. And so when I see some of these little remixes and videos of people out here on the internet that's been together forever and a day, it warms and touches my heart. Because as you get older, like you made the statement earlier, Ricky, like it's the little things that matter. It ain't about the physical, When I was deathly sick, everybody just wants somebody to be there, I used to, so my vice was, I always liked to shop. I got a hell of a wardrobe. People don't know. This one girl told me something, one of them sprinkle girls had made a comment in my video, said something about my shirt being Walmart. I said if she only knew who she talking to. But I spent a great part of my life, my part-time job, I would go to and work on the weekends to get their discount. Got a hell of a wardrobe. I started selling stuff, which I take me a couple years to sell all the stuff I got. I made over $10,000 last year, just selling stuff on Poshmark and eBay out of my closet, because I'm getting beyond that stage now. I said I'm gonna start doing videos dressing. I said, since that's the thing, I said, I can put on my clothes. I can teach some people how to dress. I'm known for it. But I'm beyond all of that. When I was sick as hell, those things didn't comfort me. It's having somebody there that cares, that matters in life. And the older I get, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I would hope and pray that I could meet somebody again in my life. But if not, it has to go on. But we all want somebody to care about us. That's a part of life. Hold on. It says, AJ said, yes, I've been emotional, crying off and on throughout this week. Yeah. So the good news is, AJ, you have your dog, you pressing charges, love on yourself. And then, we here, but you can't stay there. Thank you so much for your congratulatory wishes. Absolutely. It's deserving, you know. People don't stay together. Carrie says, me and my husband will be celebrating our 17th anniversary next month. We've been together for 23 years. Praise God, Carrie. That's another one. I mean, I wish I could say 23 years. The longest I've been with somebody is 10 years. And to be with somebody that long, I mean, you know, it's a blessing. May God continue to protect and bless y'all, Carrie. That's a blessing, and you two ladies are blessed. I hope to be blessed one day. Seriously, y'all blessed, and I'm sure y'all know that. Rick says you have your kids, booze. You're never alone. No, I'm not. My kids live in Ohio, and I'm not. But my kids have their own lives, though. Says, anytime, Carrie. Thank you, Shawnee. We're going to pray for you. Amen. Yeah, everybody, please take a moment and put up a prayer for AJ on her healing, protection, and God's blessings. And God's vengeance on the attacker. People got to be held accountable for their bad decisions. But you are right. Having someone of the opposite sex in one's life that loves you definitely holds weight. Yeah, it holds weight. And I'm not ignorant to that. Companionship is important. I'm not at the point in my life where I don't desire it. But I am mature enough and experienced enough to know that it does not define me, or it's not going to stop my progress, my peace, or my happiness. Life has to go on in the meantime and in between time. There's other, like, you know, just having healthy, positive relationships with people. You know, friendships is also, you know, healthy and beneficial. I actually cut off a lot of relationships, platonic relationships. You know, when you start to grow your spirituality and your relationship with God, and when you talk to him, he gonna talk back. And when you ask him for some things, he gonna react. A couple years back, I had went to God and I prayed about him blessing me with a new environment, with new relationships where people could pour into me, because I had been drained. You know, my relationships I had for decades, and I had helped a lot of people in the aspect of helping them get their lives in order, like with jobs, because I was always in position to help people get jobs and get their lives right, and it became draining. When I went to God with that, he wiped them people out, and it shook me. I had to go to my pastor and talk about that. But fast forward a couple years, I see and I'm at peace with those relationships ending. Some of those relationships God took away when I went to him were relationships that I wasn't expecting, and it troubled me. It was hard to go through that, because some of those relationships that ended I wasn't expecting, and it caught me off guard. But God taught me how to be at peace with me and how to be happy with myself. I've been here now. I've been on the East Coast going on 7 years. I've been solo 4 years. God taught me how to be by myself, and also to rely on nobody else. I never relied on nobody financially, but as far as emotionally. And I'm a better woman for it. I still desire friendships and interaction with people, but I'm calm in my life. I ain't always on the go. Like when I was talking about, you know, all the clothes I had, you know, I was really into fashion. I'm always like fashion. It's a form of good manners. But I don't spend my life on trying to get materialistic things anymore. I look for experiences and being at peace. I ain't no longer chasing nothing. I'm chasing peace. I'm chasing spirituality. I'm chasing happiness within me that can't nobody give me. And I know a lot of people don't understand that. I know, because for most of my life I didn't. And it wasn't just something that I didn't understand within my household. It was in my community. So I know what I don't know most people like me didn't know, and still don't know, because I'm aware. And as much as time has changed, as much as people have stayed the same. Um, Say thank you for your prayers. Yeah, we all gotta have, like, you better know it. Ricky said I'm old fashioned. I love cuddling still. Yeah, I'm weird. Like, that ain't weird, Ricky. I like cuddling. $9.99 for Ricky Rep's great show. Sending support. You lost me on that one, Ricky, but I'm going with it. I do prayers for people. I do prayers for. Oh yeah, yeah. I did a $9.99 for your avatar. Thanks, thinker. Thanks, Booze, for the good word. You welcome. Um. Oh, did you send me something, Ricky? Is that what happened? 99 for you. Thank you for your support. You will be blessed with a meaningful, loving, supportive relationship. You will ready when it comes into your life. You will be an answered prayers here. Thank you, Ricky. I hope so. Hey, AJ, you know we always here. Sometimes I think men can't phantom that women can be happy and single. Yeah, and I went through the state early on in my life. How did I lose you, Booze? Yes, I sent you a super. Thank you. So I'm on this. I'm on this other app that's outside of YouTube. So it's all new to me. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. I went through the stage of wanting somebody. We all do, and like, I ain't at that place in my life where I don't want somebody. I mean, I believe we all put here to love and to nurture and be loved. And I believe in all of that. But you get beyond that to where, like, that's not the main driver in my life anymore. And and everybody isn't just welcome into my life. I went through those stages to where I made bad decisions and let that dictate my life. And I'm not living that life anymore. I still desire a relationship, but I also know that it comes with requirements. And logical thinker, thank you. So see, I'm on this one. I appreciate that, y'all. Look, hey, that's my first super chats. Hey, thank you. Much love. I appreciate that. Seriously. I don't want to live this life alone, but I will, because I've grown and I'm aware, and I know this. Everybody is not mentally healthy enough to have a front row seat in my life. I'm going to say that again. Everybody is not mentally healthy enough to have a front row seat in my life. My last relationship, I dealt with him 10 years. So my last two relationships, they was 10 years apiece. Never been married, but spent majority of my life with these dudes, right? My daughter's father was 10 years. My last relationship, 10 years. 20 years of my life. I'm 49. Do the math, right? Before that was my son's father and a guy at work. And I met my son's father when I was 14. Started dating him when I was 17, 18, and he's 7 years older. And, had these long relationships. But what I've learned is, non-negotiables. Shawnee, thank you so much, sweetheart. Y'all blessing me tonight. I appreciate that. God's blessing to y'all. Thank you. I was in relationships with unhealthy people. And what I learned, so my last relationship, I'm from the Midwest, he East Coast. Should have listened to my mama. Thank y'all. Average Avengers, Shawnee, and all y'all for being here. But thank y'all for the super chats. I really, truly appreciate it from my heart. Truly, God's blessings. He was a gaslighter. My mother told me, like, to be careful of people on the East Coast. this dude, he was so good at what he did. And we friends now because he did a lot of work, but I didn't talk to him for over a year, almost two. And I would have never talked to him again if he wasn't trying to be a better person. But well, thank you, Rick. We all blessing each other. This is real conversation. He was the biggest liar that I knew, and he taught me what gaslighting was. And the relationship, and the thing about it was, he was a giver, but he didn't use women in the aspect of financially, but he pretended to be somebody he wasn't. And so, listen, the people, New York is a whole different vibe from New Jersey. New York is just totally different. My ex is from New Jersey, which he still got that East Coast vibe, but New York is a little bit different than New Jersey. But East Coast, they faster than us. If you in the mid, so you in the South, Ricky, y'all have Southern hospitality. I'm Midwest. We definitely slower than the East Coast. Dealing with him, he came with all these issues. When we finally broke up, dealing with him, I was sick. And what I took away from that was red flags are there for a reason. A lot of times you see signs early on, but instead of stopping and going the other way, we blow straight ahead and past something like we're gonna be able to change something, which you're not. And you get so consumed and involved with other people's lives that they problems become your issues, and you ain't even got nothing to do with it. The thing that I learned more than anything about life and me and just relationship is I learned how to mind my own business. My greatest takeaway from all of that is I have learned to mind my own business. Some things you just need not get involved with. See, I spent 10 years with this man, and there was red flags from the beginning. I should have walked away early on, but not listening to my discernment and wanting what I wanted, think I'm special. Like all these people running around here thinking they special, they thinking that they can change something, and in reality, only thing that I should have changed was my direction. I should have went the other way. So I have learned to mind my own business. I don't get involved in other people's affairs. See, everything that happened in our relationship, it was already that way before I met him. And then it came a part of my life. And none of that stuff had anything to do with me. So see, I don't play them games. If I see a red flag, I'm out. And I ain't scared. I just don't have time to play with it. And I am not your healer. All the healing that happened for me, see, God dealt with me. People got to walk some of these journeys by themselves. Not that I would quickly bail out or abandon somebody, but I won't play with somebody. If you bring mess, then you got to deal with that. I don't get involved in none of that no more. I got sick dealing in other people's affairs that didn't have nothing to do with me. I was healthy when I met you, and now I'm ill. That's on me. That's on me, and I don't play them games no more. Ricky said, I just got out of dealing with a narcissist and a habitual. I can't stand a liar. Lord Jesus. A liar, like my mother said when I was growing up, a liar is dangerous because if you lie, you will steal. And if you steal, you will kill. My mother always said that. And I stand by that. I can't stand a liar. Was starting to affect me. Yeah, it affects your health. Listen, I got sick dealing with this man, truly. When I tell y'all, listen, when you see the signs, run the other way. You can be okay and deal. And people, some people get off on messing with your life. It says, yes, I mind my own business. AJ said, I mind my own business as well. Because, yeah, amen. Exactly. I mind the business that pays me. Less, amen. Y'all, welcome to the Soft Life. This Soft Life edition up in here. She lie about anything to get what she wants. Listen, Ricky, my ex was so good about a lie. He was such a good liar. I was second guessing myself, and I ain't no airhead. Like I'm aware. I ain't like no street chicks, but I know about the street, and I ain't stupid. You know what I mean? He was good at what he did. He could take a story and flip it all the way around and make me think I'm tripping. He is the reason how I learned about gaslighting. I couldn't put a name on what he was doing. I didn't know what it was until later on in life. And once I realized, when I found out what gaslighting was, and I looked up that definition, it shook me. I said, "Oh my God, that's him. That's him." That was the best way I could describe it. And it's people out there that's their whole identity in life. And when you come to realize, like I had to stop and think one day. I mean, narcissists fed off your confusion. If you was exactly, I believe that too. I was starting to second guess myself too. Hey, Ricky, I was confused as hell. And sitting there start talking to myself like I'm tripping. And I've always been like, a logical person, sound, solid decision making. I was all confused dealing with that fool. Listen, but let me tell you, when I went to God, that's when the tables turned. Shawnee said, whenever I'm feeling stressed, I notice it is something that someone has brought to me. Yes, negative energy never is destroyed. It only transfers. Has brought to me that had nothing to do with me. Someone else, poor decisions should not affect your emotions. Amen. Exactly. If I didn't do it, I shouldn't feel it. That's what's happening to me. I'm being gang stalked and gaslighted. You got to back up from that. Listen, that is a real thing. It can be so bad. Like, you can be a solid, logical person that can make solid decisions, and there's some people out here that are so good at their craft that you will walk away confused and a mess. You'll need therapy, and that's a real thing. I'm telling you what I know. He was so good. When I realized what was going on in the end, and I saw him, because they gaslight you so tough, you don't even realize who they are. But when I took them blinders off and I could see him for who he was, it scared me. It scared me. Says when they finally do leave, it seems like the sky is bluer. Don't look everything and lighter. The trees look greener, and breeze better too. You better know it. Listen, I had some of the best rests when I left. And you don't even realize like how stressed out you are until you get out of it. And that's the truth. And that's how, and to Carrie's point, when she said, agree, Shawnee, the thing about it is that's how you got to protect your peace, because people will come in your life and they will disturb and mess some stuff up. Some people feed off of, what is that they say? That struggle love. I don't believe in that struggle love. No, ma'am, no, sir. I'm done with that. I ain't no ride or die. Them days done with. We can ride in peace. We can die together in peace, or see each other off to our final place in peace. But that struggle love and that love bombing, absolutely no, ma'am, no, sir. I don't get involved no more. It shook me. It shook me. And my mother said in the beginning, she said, you got to watch them East Coasters. They slick. Being from the Midwest. That was my mother's advice to me. And she also said, date your own kind. See, he wasn't my kind. Like-minded people that have similar backgrounds, upbringing, same values. You got to stick with your own kind. When you get off into people that aren't like you and haven't been exposed to the same upbringings and logic as you can be in a dangerous situation, and that's just keeping it real. Uh Literally just spoke about this on my channel. What you talking about, thinker? What'd you talk about? A bad alternator can drain even a new. Hey man, you better know it. You could be going about your day feeling happy and blessed. Then the phone rings and their drama changes the whole day. I have learned to not answer the phone every time it rings. Talk to God. Not to, listen, Shauna, you preaching up in here. Listen, I got a couple people. True story. So when I went through that stress at work and that bad relationship, I ended up in group therapy. I mean, 2 years of just toxic, my body broke down. Like I started getting deathly sick. And when I learned about anxiety, that's how I learned about anxiety, because I started having anxiety attacks. And I would talk to some people on the phone, and when I would hang up, I would get very nervous, and I just was off center. Very nervous, tense, all that. I quit answering my phone. Some people, I said no. I said every time I hang up with them, I'm feeling tense, troubled, not feeling well. I had to shut it down. I said me first. That was the beginning stages. That's before I even heard the terminology soft life. I had started to learn what soft life was. I started learning and implementing soft life to save my life before I knew what it was. Because you cannot sustain and achieve a happy, healthy life with all that negative stress day in and day out. And some people live in toxic environments. And I made a decision about my life that I'm no longer going to live this way. I deserve to have peace. And if it means that I need to release you, then today is the day. And I close that door. And in the beginning, I went through a lonely stage. I really did. Because when I went to God, he cut off a lot of people. But he brought me peace. And fast forward today, I can sit up in here and I can have a party just by myself. When I was younger, when it was just me and my son, I used to always have my music on. And, he's still this day love music because I raised him in music. See, one day life got too serious and I cut it off. And I wasn't dancing and singing no more. Here recently, I've turned my music back on. Let me see. So it's her name. If y'all look, so everybody in here, this is a community, for real. And don't just follow me, follow each other. This is a safe space, and I feel it in my heart. I know it in my spirit. We all in good hands right here, and that's what it's all about. And like I've been here, I went out a little earlier. I've been sitting here with y'all, and guess what? I feel like I am, but it's in a different manner. I'm in a room full of, 5 good people, and we've been fellowshipping, and I'm enjoying myself. Like that matters. Y'all have poured into my life, and I'm appreciative, and I'm grateful of that, because I know authentic people, it's hard to come by, and that's why when I exit people's lives, see, I don't struggle because I didn't lose none, because I show up authentically, and I know what kind of person I am. They have lost something. If I walk away, you have lost something. And I don't say that arrogantly. I don't say that lightly. I say that authentically, because I try to be a pure, decent, humble, God-fearing person that people can trust and know that they are in good hands. And if I walk away, trust and believe, you have lost something. And I know that. And I've gotten to the point in my life where I can walk away in peace. Because if I walk away from something, it's because it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Logical thinker said, I spoke about doing the hard thing, which is usually the right thing. Walk away and you feel better immediately rather than picking up the pieces later. Live in peace, not in pieces. I got that from my Yana Van Sant. I can't even take that from her, but I love it. Live in peace, not in pieces. It got so bad with me that I almost have anxiety attacks whenever I see her text pop up. Sickening. Hey, listen, Ricky, you are not alone. And I was talking about that earlier. I was talking about men's mental health. I came online at 6 o'clock. I did live. I was only on about 20 some minutes, but I was talking about men's mental health. And I talked about making a safe space for men to express themselves. Like, because when the guy isn't happy, or he's struggling emotionally, that affects the family or relationships or their children, what have you. And being a mother of a male, I talk about women. It's a lot of these women out here that are toxic, that don't give men a safe space to heal. And we all people at the end of the day, and we have to start normalizing men's ability to heal properly. And that's the only reason why me and my ex, the gaslighter, we're friends to this day. I didn't talk to him for over a year though. He had a lot of work to do. And if he would not have showed back up authentically, and done work on himself, but see, I hold him accountable. Ain't no lying, ain't no gaslighting here. I hold him accountable, and I deal with him on my terms. Like, I speak to him a couple times a month, if that. I don't speak to him often, but we're friends, because he's done work. But I gave him the space, and I held him accountable to be authentic and honest. Lying and gaslighting was not welcome here. In order to be my friend, you have to show up authentically, and I held him accountable to the point to where now he can be himself. There's no reason to pretend. So we can be friends. But if he wouldn't have did that work, then you could have never been my friend again, because I'm not playing no games with that, because my life's too important. But some people aren't willing to do that work, Ricky. And when they not willing to do that work, you got to set them free. And that's what I say. I did that little short about people been holding on to relationships that they should have let go a long time ago. Holding on to them for dear life as if, they value added, and some of them relationships have ran their course, and they ain't nothing but dead weight that people need to just let go. And I've learned to let go. I've learned to let go. Let me see. This. Yeah, exactly, Ricky. Take my mother's advice. Stick with your own kind. I learned about sticking with my own kind. And you got that right, Carrie. Peace is priceless. And what's beautiful is when you authentically, like, people use buzzwords, self-care, self-love, peace, all that stuff, and they don't know nothing about it. But when those of us that truly know about peace, like Carrie, like you talking about, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. And it's a beautiful thing. Like my daughter, she's 18, she'll be 19, totally different generation. She a Zoomer, this youngest generation. Hard, they all like that. I used to think it was just my daughter, but then I realized it's a whole generation. But I learned she likes to poke me. When I say, she likes to say something to see if she can get a reaction out of me, something that piss me off. She in college, and so she don't live here with me, but when I interact with her, and she used to could light me up, make me mad as hell, make me want to get on the flight and be to see her. But now, see, I don't answer the phone, or I get off the phone, because I don't care who you are. Nobody is going to take my peace from me. I remember when I was in therapy, I was talking about getting peace. And and I said, in me first. And this lady has said in my group therapy, she said, oh, you mean you first after your children? I had to correct her. I said, no, I mean me first above everybody. See, that's that false pretense that people don't understand. Is in order for me to be the best person I can, it has to be me first. I used to adopt that mentality. Oh, my kids first, or, certain things first. No, I have to be first in order for me to be what you need. I can't be all those things if I don't take care of me. And it took me many, many years of my life to get there. We got somebody else up in here. Let me see who we got to welcome. Did I miss somebody? Let me catch up on the notes real quick. Let me see. Ricky said my finances was going to prove Dylan. Yeah, she'd have made Ricky. You'd have been broke. You'd have been broke. And I told my son's little girlfriend this. My son, he'll be 20. So I had a kid at 20 and one at 30. My son will be 29. He's 29. His little girlfriend, and he a hard worker, good worker. But she the type don't want to work. I said, listen, it take two. He ain't rich. He work every day, and you got to work too. And I told my son, I said, and if you don't have somebody, and I said, and it ain't like, a man need to be a man, but not to the extent to where you ain't helping. We wasn't nobody born with no trust funds and all that. We work over here. You need to go find that because he ain't it. He working every day. He trying to provide a way. You got to help too. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like with them little sprinkle chicks, they don't realize some of these dudes that y'all actors got a mama that care about them. And we ain't going for that. Like, treat her right, be respectful, provide what a man should provide. But we ain't going to work like a dog while you sit on your tail just for a piece of tail, because he can get that anywhere. We looking for a good person too over here. It's a two-way street. And see, some of these chicks ain't speaking up, telling the truth. And a lot of these chicks, everybody want that 1%. Everybody ain't out here balling. Everybody ain't a professional football player or a rapper or a dope boy. Some of us go to work every day. And we make our money the honest way. And we looking for honest people. Hey, Rebecca. I knew somebody new in here. Welcome, Rebecca. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. It's just a group of this middle age edition. Real live reality just kicking around. So if you like what we doing, make sure you subscribe to the channel on your way out. We appreciate it. Let me see. So Ricky said, "Yo, yeah, I'm glad you got control of your finances, Ricky, and they have already made their decision before they call. They are just calling you to dump." Nope. Me. Yeah, you better know it, Shawnee. Yep. And I'm telling you, those people that call you just to dump, find somebody else. I'm busy. I'm telling you, I had somebody call me, and every time I got off the phone with them, I felt nervous, and that's real. For real. Or I felt tense, like, just worked up. It was a bad feeling, and I said, I'm done with this. I said, every time I talk to him, I get off the phone and I'm just wired up, or I'm troubled, or I'm irritated. I said, nah, I know how to fix this. I'm done talking to him. And I still, to this day, don't talk to him like that either. Carrie says, I've learned to let no one disturb my peace. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. AJ, praise God. When you get in a community of genuine, authentic people, that's what should happen. You should feel better, and I'm glad that happened, and it's supposed to happen. And if not, find a new audience, because I'm not gonna be involved in those situations that I don't feel better. You better believe that. I haven't left the house all day, Boost. I feel you. Yeah. I feel good. Like, it don't take much for me. It takes just authentic, good people. And I'm appreciative of authentic, good people. Iron sharpens iron. You better know it. That was nice of you to say. Amen, Carrie. And I wish that for you as well, AJ. Yeah, AJ. And AJ is a name I know, just like Logical Thinker now, and Carrie. Now Ricky. I mean, I know all these names. These names I've seen before. So AJ, I mean, when and Shawnee, and I'm gonna know your name from here on out. What happens? Like, we care. When you start to see people's name regularly, you you start to develop a connection with people. Because no matter how we communicate with these new technologies, at the end of the day, on the other side of this, we still people. And I'm going to stay connected to people because people matter. I matter as a person. You matter as a person. And I don't care what they put in my face. I'm going to stay connected to people. I'm going to stay connected to the average boots on the ground, we in reality type of people, because that's who I am. And and that's important. And I appreciate y'all being here for real. It says, I don't need help learning how to argue and beef. Listen, don't none of us do. And I don't want to I thought that the manosphere was a space for men to vent and fellowship. So the manosphere, shoot, when I did follow that guy once, I heard about him on this internet, so I went and looked him up. All I saw was a guy that was seemed like he hate women. And then you got that what do you call that? The passport bros. They all they do is seem like another group that hate not women, African American women. You better, hey Ricky, my boots wasn't lying. You got to listen. That's the one thing. And I did a video earlier this week talking to girls about their mother is what I learned that my mother, how good of a friend my mother was to me. God bless her, she's still alive, so is to me. My mother gave me some very, very good advice throughout my life. I mean, I went through that stage when I was younger where I didn't listen like I should have, but I learned quickly in my 20s that my mother and my father gave the best advice that I would ever get. And it's like a treasure. Once you realize who your parents are, you know, and that they don't mean you no harm. Everything they say, you consume it, you digest it, and because it's real, you know. Not all parents are good parents, but most are, or mean their children well, and you know, amen. Yeah, I sleep good at night too. You know, I listen to my what my mother say. I miss my father every day, but I hold on to everything he ever taught me. Peace, health, and time are the new luxury. You better know it, Ricky. And I don't play with none of them. You ain't gonna play with my peace. Damn sure not my health. After that COVID scare, it'd be dangerous to try to mess with my health. And my time, I just can't get it back, and I'm gonna protect it at any means necessary. I used to tell my mom to get her own life outside of my siblings because they drove her crazy and broke. Yeah, and they will. When we put others first, we only teach them that we come second. You better know it. And you know what? Let me tell you another one that I remember. So my ex, the one most recent 4 years ago, he had got this really good job. Remember, I was attracted to men in power. Very good job. He wait a minute. Oh, he had told me when he got real cocky, he had company cars, like he was the big boss, right? He told me one day, this because he started smelling himself. I call them late bloomers. This fool told me one day, he said, I love you, but I love me more. He should. But I never heard nobody tell me that, right? And it hit me in my gut because at that time I really loved him. I'm way over that now. We friends, but you know, I have nothing in me for him like that. Fast forward, that was the best thing I ever heard because it taught me. I didn't feel it at that moment. He was saying that because he was cocky. He ended up losing that job. I helped him get that job. You know, God, karma is real. God turned that thing around. But it taught me a lesson. And fast forward a couple years later, I know I took his breath when I told him that back. But when I told him it back, I meant it. I have love for you, but I love me more. And we all should. It taught me, like, that's real. You should never love somebody more than you love yourself. But see, people will take that out of context though, and use it in an unhealthy manner. See, the way he used it was unhealthy because he was being cocky. He had got that new job, you know, making real good money, had company cars, like he thought he was the man. But when you understand that in a healthy way, you know, When your comprehension of that is healthy, and it doesn't do any disservice or demean anybody else, then it's in its proper place. But see, people will use that out of context and it becomes toxic and dangerous, and then you're affecting other people's lives in a bad way. People play with words. You got to be careful with that. It says, I take. Hey, Ricky, relationships should be reciprocal. That's the only way they can be at this stage of my life. It's a give and take, and it's a work in progress and collaboration together. I take a mental health day every month from work. Hey, I take a mental health too. Amen. When I'm not feeling it, I take the day to myself to be with myself. Amen. I love that. The day to myself to be with myself. Absolutely. That job will be there. Me first when that's there. Sean, you better know it. Listen, I've been working remote. Starting next month, I have to go back into the office 3 days a week. I started working remote when my job sent me to therapy group. I got sick at work. I mean, I was having an emotional breakdown, and I've always been very strong. Grew up in a very strong household. My mother was very strong. We were me and my siblings like known to be very strong women, but what it taught me, I ain't no stronger than nobody else. My body can't take all that stress no more than nobody else, and people will set you up and let you take on that stress and act meek and or like timid, and then you are dealing with all that other mess. Nah, I don't get involved anymore. When my job sent me out and I was in group therapy, I'm going to be healing for the rest of my life. It was so bad. I was diagnosed with every symptom of PTSD. And ignorant me, I always affiliated PTSD with the military, like, people in the service. You can get PTSD from work. I was diagnosed with PTSD from work. I'm at the same company. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm going to be healing for the rest of my life. And that's a real thing. And mental health days. I actually told my executive director, I said, that's how I started working remote. I said, didn't nobody stop me from down there killing myself? I said, ain't nobody going to stop me from getting well. I went through a period, and I managed people since my 20s. I don't manage them anymore, thank God. But when that hit me, and when I learned about what anxiety was, I didn't know what anxiety was. I knew what depression was, but not anxiety. I was scared. I was so nervous and fearful. I had went through whatever happened to me. I was scared of people, and I ain't never been scared of people. I felt nervous and scared all day. Like, your mental health ain't nothing to play with, and I don't play with it for nobody. The sprinkle lady is something else. Her and the queen maker. Listen, them sprinkle girls come for me. I piss them off every time, but that ain't gonna stop me from speaking up. And what these girls don't even realize, how toxic. She's selling potions on Etsy. Like witchcraft. I said, these girls off into something they don't know nothing about. And then when you try to tell them, they don't want to hear you. They want to attack you. But they playing a dangerous game. Yeah. And the thing is, she trying to, and a lot of them girls is teenagers are in their early 20s. And she giving them advice that if they run across the wrong man, they going to get caught up into something that they don't know how to deal with. And if they haven't read lately, maybe they need to get current. Guys ain't out here taking losses. Some of these chicks coming up missing. And a lot of these guys in jail because them chicks missing. Beautiful. It took me so many years to realize that I had to get dogged at work to understand. And work. Hey, them people at work, work will pimp you out to stress if you let them. I couldn't save or invest jack squat dealing with. Listen. I know she took you for something, Ricky, because you didn't said that about 3-4 times. She took you to the ringer. I hope you learn how to close your wallet. There's nothing wrong with doing something nice for a lady. Women like to be showered. Women like men to do nice gestures. The thing is, Ricky, you got to find the right woman. You got to find a woman that deserves it and one that's willing to do the same for you. See, people want these younger girls being taught, like with that sprinkle chick, it's one-sided. And then they also talk, now these grown people in here, it should be anyway. Oh, Now, don't get me wrong. I got this from my mother, and I believe it. Like if a woman becomes intimate with a man, oh, it costs. It costs because it costs to clean it. So if you want to play with it, you got to take care of it. Period. I don't ain't no freebies, but I couldn't say what exactly, Shawnee. But women take it out of context thinking that that's just going to take her to victory. No, it's a new one coming to the scene every year. She called 18. And as you get older, there's more to than a big booty and a smile. What else do you bring to the table? And women run around thinking that that's going to be just it for the rest of their life, and that's just not reality. Carrie said, wait a minute. My daddy always said, make sure you can provide for yourself and you can take care of yourself. Exactly. And that's how I was taught. You got to be able to take care of yourself. Like I told my ex, this was in the very beginning. Whatever we was talking about, I don't know. But he made the comment, well, I never said I was going to take care of you. And I looked at him and I told him, I said, I ain't, and I'm going to tell you exactly like I said to him. I said, I ain't never waited on no niggas to eat. I said, when I want something, I go get it. And fast forward, I actually didn't know, like, a lot of chicks on the East Coast, they like, where I come from, I've always worked and I provided for myself. A lot of chicks on the East Coast was used to guys just taking care of them. I don't have no problem with that if that's the way, that's an agreement between them. But I have been raised and I have the mentality, I'm never going to relinquish full control. I'm always going to do enough to take care of myself just because of who I am. I like people being straight up. I took my mom pic down and put mine back on my profile. Yeah, I'm me. Building a rapport, yes. I love women. I'm glad you love women because a lot of them don't, but I love men. So, everybody, listen. That's the whole thing. That's why I speak out. I say, I can speak out because I know it's more people like me than not. People can run around here lying all they want, but the truth of the matter is, I know more people than not can identify with what I'm talking about. They can sit up here and lie and talk about that best life. But I know more people know what I'm talking about than not. And the difference is I'm free. I'm free to be me. And can't nobody move me. I'm here to help somebody. All those other people can go around and play all day long. But see, this grown folks business over here. And I know that me being authentic will bring authentic people to me. Because I ain't out here playing with nobody. Thank you, Carrie. This platform loves you too. Much love for you too, AJ. Shawnee says, staying connected to people is what keeps you youthful. Amen. My mom is 72 now. My mother's 72 too, Shawnee. And unfortunately, she didn't foster many relationships as she aged. And now she is a widow and just really have, and just really had, I think you mean really don't have any girlfriends. A good man makes that love. Yeah. My mother, she don't have a lot of friends either. I think as people get older, a lot of them pass away too. But like you said though, Ricky, when you said I still have my kids, the reality is everybody had their own life and they live their own life. You know what I mean? I hear more from my daughter when she begging. She called me, chat here and there, but I hear more from her when she begging than anything. And then she in college, so I understand that. But I don't get so wrapped up into my kids to the point to where I don't realize that they don't have their own life. Like they got their own lives and they developing and they establishing their life, and I got a part in it, but a big part of their life ain't me, and I understand that. Wait a minute, AJ. But yeah, I have to learn how to live my own life. Well, I don't have to learn. I am living my own life, and I don't rely on my kids to complete me. And because I went through that, like, when my daughter first went to college, like, I wanted to talk to her a lot, and she got her own thing going on. So I have readjusted. Like, I talk to her, I talk to her a couple times today, but we don't talk like that every day. And sometimes I don't want to talk to her because she always begging. And like I tell her, and she a part of them baby, them Zoomers, which they think differently. They really do. And so sometimes I don't want to talk to her because she know everything, and I don't feel like her begging. But you know what? This should be, I think, like I said, and I'm proud of myself. I said I was going live on Saturday, so this is second Saturdays. I'm definitely gonna stick to the Saturdays. I really do think though, um Saturday evening seems to be best. Definitely in the winter. Oh, I love, so listen to this, y'all. I love um fall. Fall, I don't like winter because it get too cold, but I like winter because I'm already a house person, so I definitely be on more like in the evenings. During the week I try to maybe once or twice. I say maybe once during the week, but definitely going back to the plant 3 days a week is gonna make that more challenging. But hey, Ricky, you need to convert that. And look, a group of us, after we didn't known each other for a long while, we can take your bus for a ride somewhere. But see, that's the thing. That's why I say, like, everybody, like, for real, that does content. Like Ricky, you got your page going up. Logical Thinker, she does a lot of good content, kind of like what I do, speaking about different things. And it's just many opportunities to really grow these platforms, and to create an authentic community that can really support our people. Because the truth of the matter is, ain't nobody gonna help us but us. Like, it's people out there that's speaking about, relationships, about mental health, but ain't nobody gonna do the work. The work is done here, like what we doing, and to grow these platforms to the point to where we can start monetizing and really creating resources and programs to really impact our communities. That's the end goal for me anyway. And us fellowshipping like this and being authentic and supporting one another, like, we all can get there. And it's early enough in the game to where it's space for us all. So I'm encouraging everybody to push forward. Find your passion, and do what it is that fulfills your mental health. I used to wonder when I was younger about my purpose. Growing up, I'm like, what is my purpose? I'm al- I'm more alive when I interact with people authentically like this. When I speak my truths, and when I pass on wisdom or lessons I've learned, and then when I help people. Like, I've helped a lot of people gain employment throughout my life. Navigate corporate America. I'm no longer interested in that. I'm very good at it. I can help people all day long, but to be authentic in this kind of space, and I would really enjoy it once you grow enough to where it could be more opportunities to have in person interactions. Um, like that. That's when I'm alive. So I understand um, what my purpose is, and it ain't just this. Like, I've done this. At work, like, I've talked about mental health years ago at work. Help people, like you need to get some help. Like, I'm telling you, need to get some help because you tripping, like, and I know you tripping because what you doing, I used to do. So I can identify being honest and authentic. Like, you better go get some, like, you need to go get some antidepressants or you going to lose your job. You know, being honest with people in a way where other people wouldn't, that's when I'm alive. So I know that I am operating within my purpose. And then when you have a relationship with God and God speaks to you and he gives you discernment and an awareness, like you feel it. And y'all have really blessed me tonight, and I'm just thankful to y'all. I was on here last week. I was on here a couple hours, and it was a good conversation. And I'm just very appreciative of that. And logical thinking, Ricky, when you get up and running, so that's the thing. We can all commit to this because I watch a lot of those techie guys on YouTube about how to grow your channel. And then one of the things they ask is about, like, are you connected with other content creators? And I think, like, we can, like, when you get your page together, Ricky, and then you logical thinker, whoever else is interested, like we do that StreamYard where we can actually call in and interact. I think that'll be, matter of fact, I'm gonna look into that for next week. How to go about doing that, because I like text, but I mean, and you don't have to call in. Some people are shy like that, and I'm not saying that you have to. The comment section gonna always be open, obviously, but also just wanting to get an opportunity for other people to be able to call in and just, and talk, because I don't want to just hear my voice. So I wouldn't per se, Ricky said, I wouldn't per se that to anyone, but I definitely show them through my actions how I love and value myself. Okay. I I can't handle stress and doggone multitasking. I like I used to. No, I can't. I know I can't. Listen, I'm a long hauler. I'm still working on my memory from COVID. We all have trauma. If you black in America, you don't suffer from something. Yeah, and that's the thing. I know we all got a trauma we dealing with. Yeah, you can. I too experienced PTSD from my last. Yeah, PTSD is real. So I'm suffering from 3 traumas actually. I was in group therapy July 2019, an intensive group therapy, mind you. I was required by my job, first time I was ever in group therapy, to go 3 times a week. So that was starting July and 2019, and then March 2020, I caught a severe case of COVID. So and then I had that toxic relationship that I got out of. So I had 3 traumas. It was terrible. And I've learned to offer myself grace. Lady left a comment about me talking about this. I said when I had made a video about I quit looking for the old me, I had to learn how to support and love on the new me when I had started healing from the stresses of work, COVID, and a bad relationship. I was trying to heal quickly and trying to find the old me, but I had to finally realize that the old me no longer existed. I struggled with that for a long time until one day, like a bulb went off in my head, that person is gone. There's a new me, and through my healing, a better me. Like I was so fixated on trying to go back and get that person before all this trauma happened to me, and it took me a while to realize that she gone. But it didn't mean that a new better me wasn't in front of me, and that's what you all see today. I'm still on my healing journey, but I'm a better me. I'm a stronger me. I'm a more aware, and I'm a person that cares and want to help somebody else along their journey, because one thing I know for sure, I'm not alone. I know more people can identify with me and not. And I'm not afraid to speak up. I'm not afraid to care. I do not absorb other people's stress. No, me neither. That's why when those people that make me feel anxious and like I'm having an anxiety attack when they call, I don't answer. I learned how to protect my peace. And that's a real thing. And more people, you learn how to protect your peace and learn how to mind your own business. Two valuable lessons that I learned in my life. I don't let nobody come and dump all they mess on me, because I'm not the superwoman that can resolve other people's issues. Like, people have to work through their issues, and that ain't like to turn a blind eye. I can support you, but some support has to be from a distance. Like, sometimes people want you to be all up close and personal, and emotionally I might not have the capacity. And if I don't, I learn how to say no. I learned how to protect my personal space. So people will move all in on you and without even any notice. And next thing you know, you paying all your bills and theirs and you all messed up. And that ain't fair to you. So I learned how not to allow that to happen to me. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off here. I really thoroughly enjoy y'all. I might go on, try to go on one day during the week, but definitely on Saturday evenings. And I want to thank y'all again for the super chats. That's my first. So I appreciate that. That touched my heart. Thank you so much. For real, I really appreciate that. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button on the way out if you enjoy this platform and how we interact and communicate with one another here. And I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to be looking for y'all. So I definitely try to put that notification out. I think I did it earlier today. I said I was going to do it the day before. I'll definitely try to do a notification. Well, this one I didn't. I did one earlier. But I'll definitely try to put a notification out for on Saturdays. But I'm definitely going to come on Saturdays. And so everybody seem like y'all subscribe to each other. So I'll be looking out for y'all too. Yeah, and Ricky, it ain't no reason to be better towards us. And a lot of men that way. That's how I feel like those passport bros are. They bitter towards every woman. Somebody done broke their heart, and now every other woman got to pay for it. So that's unfortunate. But you in good hands. You around some good women, and you a good man. And at the end of the day, we all need each other, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So Ricky said, heck no, I will never let one bad apple ruin the bunch. I just discard the bad apple. Yeah, exactly. I will never be bitter towards all. Listen, and don't let. And I don't know your relationship, but I know that you saw some red flags when you kept that wallet open. Next time, close that wallet. Take heed to that red flag, and just know it's a better woman out there. You know, and that's the thing. It's a lot of these women out here that act desperate and just don't shine a good light on us women, but they don't speak for us. It's a lot of good women out there, just like I know a lot of these bitter men don't speak for all men, but we still got to find a way. And you didn't never tell me, Ricky, before we get off here, I've been running my mouth. When we talked about meeting people in our 40s, how do you meet people in your 40s? Because I'm still at a loss. I am going to Manhattan for a day just to hang out. I'm going to take myself out to lunch because I'm going to go because I want to be back before it get too dark because I'm catching a train. Maybe I'll meet some people out. I don't mind talking to people. But I am very cautious of people. I ain't that friendly to where, I ain't no airhead out in these streets. But how you meet people, Ricky? Or what's your suggestion? Because I don't have the answer. And I would like to meet people too. Sitting in this house. Yeah, listen, women that don't like to be touched is weird. She might have went through some trauma. Like the average woman, I would think, likes affection. If she don't like affection, like what's wrong with her? Something wrong with her. Yeah, for real. That'd be flat. Like trick. You got to trick out the bus though. Ricky, I can't be I can't be just riding in anything now. I'm getting older. Like you got to trick it out, plush it up for us. But I think that would be fly though, for real. Um, and the reality is, as much as we are who we are, as much as times is changing, the reality is a lot of people you do meet on the internet. Like I feel like I know Logical Thinker. Like we connect on another platform too. But I met her, on online. Carrie always here. Um, and now I know I met AJ a while back. Shawnee, I know your name now. AJ always commenting on my posts, so I've been knowing her. Like some of y'all, I really feel like I know y'all. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll do the notification. Um, Shawnee, I enjoyed you, and I hope you subscribe to the channel and you'll be back seriously. Um, and I think we'll also leave it open, like it's a two-way street, to like different topics that maybe be of concern, or y'all want to just throw up there and talk about as a community. I would like that, because we all got to get something out of this, you know what I mean? And we all here to learn and to grow together, so let's make sure that we do that. Let me see. Well, I'm glad you closed the wallet, Ricky, and keep it closed with her. She said, for real. And see, something like that. Now, me having a son, I'd have been pissed. I meet women at Walmart, Publix, the gym, or at Whole Foods. Listen, yeah, and I have to get out more often. When I get out, I be going out I be focused. I be with intention. I be in and out. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. You supposed to touch her. If you don't touch her, you don't like her, Ricky. I mean, you know, if I was with somebody and he didn't touch me, I would probably feel some kind of way, like he ain't attracted to me or something. If you are a part of the social clubs or at work, oh, I'm in here with you all now until the wheels fall off. Hey, I'm glad, Ricky. Even look, even after they fall, even when the Greyhound closed. Um, Look, everybody talking about hugs, so it's a virtual hug up in here. You stupid logical thinker. Okay, Ricky be outside. Ricky outside. Ricky. Ricky, making a love novel in the comments. Ricky, you over there? You over there daydreaming? You need a hug, Ricky? Y'all hilarious. I enjoyed y'all. But listen, I'm about to hop off. Definitely on Saturdays, I'm gonna try to go live one day during the week. But if y'all go live too, make sure y'all put the notification out there because I'm following y'all. Ricky, I'm pretty sure I follow you, Ricky. Do I follow you, Ricky? I think I do. Good night, all. Yeah, I know you are. I'm teasing you. I'm glad you do. That's what it's supposed to be. Continue to express yourself. Hey, that's what it's for. And Logical, think I'm gonna inbox you because I need to find out about that StreamYard so I can have it set up to where we can call in. And for those that want to call in instead of being in the comment section. But I enjoyed y'all. Thank y'all so much for all y'all support. Thank y'all for the love and the fellowship. At the end of the day, we just regular people trying to be the best people we can be. It's time to get real so we all can heal and we all can do that together. Much love. I love y'all. Be looking out for me. Do yourself a favor. Do me one. Share this platform with a friend because we all need to heal and get real and we can do that together. God bless and enjoy your night.